screw this up. Okay, so Whitney, I'm so excited. I'm just going to introduce you really quick, and then I'm just going to have you take it away with whatever's on your heart to share it. You're like getting the team called the weirdest week ever, as we're all feeling. But she is a 5-star in her first CBC. Your team went elite last year, right?
We missed it by we missed it by a couple points.
Yeah, like so close. 3-star in your second, diamond in your third. I'm like, goals right there. You're a legend for Success Club. You've been a coach for 6 years, and you've hit it for every single month of those 72 months. You went from finance and corporate America to full-time coaching at the age of 24, which is awesome. I really wish I would have found coaching before kids, so I'm a little bit envious, to be perfectly honest. I think Anita and Jess are as well. And you have your 3-month-old, and you build your business locally, which is super intriguing to me too. I'm really just excited to hear your story and your heart, and I will just let you take it away. And then I know there's going to be more people popping on here soon. So
that sounds awesome. Yeah. And I'm just excited to talk to you guys because I know it is a crazy time. And so I honor you for being here in that crazy time and showing up for your business. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about tonight, because I just led my own team call on this, and it was really on my heart. Because I don't think we've ever been through something like this before as a country, as a world, especially as entrepreneurs. So we're in this unique space, and I'm really excited to share just a couple things that have helped myself through this time so far. And so what I'm going to go over is what I'm doing in my business right now that's successful, kind of definitely with this month and how crazy it's been. How to stay motivated and like take action in the crazy times, how to not get down on yourself and stay confident kind of in this period. And then I also just kind of want to speak to, we have a lot of new coaches on our team. I don't know if you guys do, but I wanted to speak to those new coaches and even some of the veteran coaches, because I think we get in our own heads about inviting, especially in this space and during this time. And so I just wanted to address that. So those are kind of my main topics for tonight. So what I'm doing in my business right now that is working and really worked through pregnancy and then this new baby and this infant, I guess living life with an infant now. So for those of you that have kids, Power Hour. First thing in the morning is clutch. And especially with all of us we're in shelter in place right now in California. So first thing in the morning, otherwise, just like your workout, it doesn't happen if it doesn't happen first thing, because I've noticed that, the kids, the hubby, everything else needs your attention as soon as they wake up, and you think, oh, I'm going to have all this time in the day now that we're all home. And it seems to be the opposite. So if during this week and the next coming weeks and however long we need to shelter in place, if you can jot down and time map or time block out your calendar and go, okay, 5 a.m., my alarm goes off just like any other day, as if I were going to work. I'm going to still wake up at 5 a.m. My power hour comes first, and then squeeze in my workout. And now kids are waking up maybe around 7 or 8 if you're really lucky, or block it based on when your kids and hubby do wake up, okay? And if hubby's around, maybe he can take the kids for those first extra 30 minutes or 45 minutes in the morning while you just bust out your workout and get it done. And then number 2, the thing that's really been working well for me right now to get my butt up at the hour that you want to just kind of sleep in, because you don't have to go to work. And then also staying up an extra hour after everyone goes to bed to get the work done. Right next to my bed on my dresser. My dresser's a little taller than my bed. I probably have about that much gap between top of the bed, top of the dresser. I posted a vision board, and it's super simple. It's like decoupage style, where I literally cut out magazine clippings and printouts from the internet, and I posted them on there of elite team, of the dog rescue I want to open, of how much we want to save as a family this year with the Beachbody income, all the things, financial, team, where I want to go with this business. And it's sitting there right next to my bed every single morning so that I see it right when I wake up. And I think keeping the long-term vision and goals in your mind, at the forefront, especially during crazy times, is so, so, so vital. So that's why I really wanted to emphasize that it's right there. So if you guys haven't created one yet, or even just jotting down what your goals are and put it somewhere where you're going to see it right when you wake up in the morning and right when you go to bed at night, that will give you that fuel to work early in the morning and late at night to make this happen. And then the other thing I'm doing right now that's working in the business really well is personal development. This is the time I think that mentally we're just overloaded, overwhelmed, and we got to refill our cups, which is PD time. And you guys know that if you've been a coach for a little while, just how much it fills your soul and gives you even ideas for your posts, for your social media. So if you can take a minute to get outside and just go for a walk around the neighborhood, if your town allows that, ours does, even though we're sheltering in, right? You can get outside and they said we can walk our dog and kind of like enjoy the fresh air. So if you can take those moments I strap William onto my chest, do a walk around the block, and I have PD in my ear. That's 15 minutes. Sometimes that's all I get. But that's going to help you so much through this time. And just getting outside of the four walls that we're in. The other thing I did last week was I just put him in the car and I drove. We have like this cool little open kind of field area in our town where I drove out there and listened to PD, and he falls asleep in the car. So it worked out great, right? Maybe you don't have that luxury if you have toddlers or kids that don't fall asleep in the car, but that could be your PD time. So you can kind of get more creative with it. And sometimes getting outside the house can help. If you can't get outside the house and you are deep cleaning your house like crazy, also awesome time to put in your PD in your ears, get the cleaning done, get a couple chores done, listen to something. And if I could recommend anything that's going to help keep you motivated for PD right now, it's an old national wake-up call. Will kick your butt and like get you into action mode. And then the other thing that really gets me going is in the Beachbody Champions page. If you're not in there, there are some incredible trainings and you get so many ideas. You could just pull up, go to the videos section, pick a random one for the day and just listen to it. And you get so many ideas that kind of get lights a little match under your butt to then go shoot out a few invites or to talk to somebody about coaching. It kind of gives you that fuel and that excitement again about your business when maybe you can't meet up with coaches right now, or you're not seeing them as much, or you're really bogged down with the kids and the family. Okay. And then my fourth tip with what's working well for the business is just leaning in right now, leaning into my challengers, leaning into my coaches. Now's the time to kind of love on others and recognize the success of those people that are on your team, in your challenge groups, because everybody's watching on social media right now and they're kind of evaluating their life. They're thinking about maybe what their next move is, what their next career move might be. And so just like a bug, they're going to be drawn to that light. And as Beachbody coaches and our teams, I feel like we are that light in the semi-dark social media world, or even in a dark world right now. And so if you can just show like this crazy, amazing success of even your first girl starting their first 10 rounds workout today. Shout out the smallest successes on your stories, in your posts, and kind of be that light. And so many people right now are drawn to that. So I would say those are the big four right now that are working so well. So Power Hour, first thing and last thing of the day. Vision board, get outside to listen to PD. And then lean into your team and to your challengers and to your groups, and kind of recognizing the success of others. All right, so next kind of topic that I wanted to share with my girls and want to share with you is how to stay motivated and keep taking action even kind of in these crazy times, or I should say just how to stay motivated. And I think we've all learned from PD that motivation is actually like a fake thing. It comes from action. So motivation is something that's developed by moving steps, by taking action in your business, in your workouts, in whatever it might be. So I always laugh as I'm a personal trainer now. after I quit my finance career, I went into personal training. And so I always get clients that say like, I have to come to you as a personal trainer for motivation. And you guys probably hear that as coaches, right? All the time. I want motivation. I want motivation. What they don't realize is if they just started the workouts and started taking a little bit of a few action steps in their life, in their workouts, in their nutrition, motivation comes from watching like the little successes, right? All right. So I worked out every day this week. I'm down a couple pounds, or my pants are fitting better, or man, my digestive tract is feeling awesome. That's when you get motivated to keep going. So I just say, if you're looking for motivation right now, the only way you're going to find it is to take that action. So sit down each day, tell yourself, if you're like, okay, I know I just can't get in a power hour. Tell yourself, all right, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to give myself 15 minutes to go into my space, which for me is my desk right here in my office. I'm going to give myself 15 minutes to just work. And what always ends up happening is as soon as you open up the computer and you start sending out a couple DMs, or you post, or whatever part of your power hour you do, you're like, ooh, I kind of crave more, right? Now I'm in the zone. Now I want a little bit more. I think it's the same thing with workouts. When you really don't feel like working out, give myself 5 minutes. Put on my clothes. I even sleep in mine because I know in the morning sometimes I'm not going to be motivated. So I sleep in my workout clothes. Wake up. I say just give myself 5. After 5 minutes, if I want to quit, I'll quit. You never quit after the 5 minutes. You start feeling good. You're like, I can do this. Same thing with your business, right? Give yourself those 15 minutes. Like, start with 5, start with 10. As soon as you get moving on it, you're going to be like, all right, I've talked to a couple people. I feel good. It creates that action, which creates that motivation. And the other thing that's really helped me stay motivated through this time is buddying up with a couple gals, one in my challenge group. So in our challenge group, we have a year-long group. Every month we do a new challenge. So this particular month, I tripled people up. So it's teams of 3. And it's so neat to see the engagement and how many people check in every day because they don't want to let their teammates down. So I really encourage you to buddy up with somebody in the challenge group, or maybe do for this last week of March, do like a week-long challenge. So examples that we do, like on Wednesdays, it's Water Wednesday, and between the 3 of them, they have to drink, I think we did 75 times 3, 2, we had 225 ounces of water that the 3 of them had to drink in the day, right? So it was about 75 ounces. And so when they met that, boom, they got a point for the day. And so you could have winning teams. So you could have different challenges. Another fun one we do is on Mondays, they have to jump in, tag their teammates, and literally log everything they ate that day. And that's their check-in for the day. So you could do different fun challenges that are going to keep you interested, keep you motivated, but also keep your challengers motivated. And then we do the same thing for our team coaches. So invite challenges, buddy people up, triple people up in your teams, and go, all right, we're going to do whatever team can send out 45 invites, today gets X, or gets a point in the raffle drawing that we'll do at the end of the week, or gets a ticket in the raffle drawing. Any team today that listens to an hour collectively of personal development gets another raffle ticket into the drawing. So starting to like have that buddy system has helped our team a ton with just staying motivated. And you always do stuff for other people, right? We're the first to let ourselves down, but we'd never let other people down. So I think that's why the buddy system works. And maybe you could even do one day where if everybody on your team posts a picture of their BAT filled out, there's another raffle ticket into the drawing. So just get creative with it, things to kind of make teams out of it. I think that's why Team Cup is always so dang successful. All right. Third topic, which is something that my team struggles with a lot, is how to not get down on yourself kind of in times like this, but especially when life hits, right? And how to stay confident with it. And girlfriend, like all I can say with this one is just PD up the yin yang. Like that is the thing that is going to just like fill your cup, set your soul on fire. So I just encourage you, go for a walk, write in your gratitude journal each day, just one thing you're grateful for. I saw this quote today that another friend shared on her stories. It said something to the effect of, think about how dang lucky you are that during a global pandemic, we can stay warm at home, spending time reading, working, still being educated, creating, talking to our loved ones, and having a fridge stocked with food, right? So like the minute that I saw that and I was thinking in my mind of something I wanted to complain about, or how, I was all cooped up in the house, I was like, are you kidding me? Think about other countries, think about other places in the world where they don't have some of the luxuries that we have right now. So I would say, just when you go to that space, how can you dive into that PD, or even think about that gratitude piece in your life to help you not stay in that down place, right? And then kind of last thing I wanted to share, is I want to speak to some of the new coaches and to the veteran coaches who we just get stuck in our own heads right now about inviting and what to say. And is it super insensitive that I'm out there inviting people right now when they have all this junk going on in their life? Is it going to seem so weird? We got to flip the script. Okay. We got to switch it up. And this is the time, if there ever was one, where people need you more than ever. They need stress relief. They need an outlet. They need community. They need human interaction. They need accountability. And that is what our challenge groups provide people with. And guess what? We have a brand new program. You guys know how big launches are. We have a brand new program right now that's going to give them all of that in like a fired up, energy packed space. There's nothing like a test group, challenge group, right? When everybody's trying it for the first time, those groups are magical, and you get to provide that for them. I'm sure that you guys have a group that you're already kind of building up, or you're ready to go and ready to place people in. So that is the place where you have the opportunity to change their life through challenge groups right now. And then as far as the coaching side goes, if you're feeling like, well, how do I invite people to coaching? Guess what? Right now, more than ever, people need an income. They need a sisterhood. They need mental growth. They need health. And again, they need accountability. And that's the coach opportunity, right? So I think it's the most selfish thing in the world that we can do right now to not share this gift with other people. And my upline coach always says, don't leave this opportunity in your mouth. And you have something that can change a life, and you don't get to be the one who decides whether this is the right thing for them or not, right? All your job is as a coach is to offer to them this. Your job is to make the offer, invite your pants off, and let other people decide if it's right for them or not. So we don't get to decide. We just get to be the one to say, hey, this is incredible. And I want you, that's instant that you start getting in your own head about inviting, I want you to think about where your life would be if your coach didn't invite you, right? How much has changed in your life because of this? And go, I get to be that person for somebody else. I have to send this invite today. I have to change this person's life today, or at least give them the opportunity for them to change their life by saying yes to me. Okay. So I just want to say, don't let life hitting you hard kind of give you that excuse to not show up for your business. Let it be the motivator, the thing that gets you moving, because there's people out there watching you right now, and they're going through these exact same things. I don't think in human time, that's probably not the right time frame, but it doesn't feel like we've ever all been on this equal playing field like we are right now, just as mankind, and going through the same thing, and everybody's going through it together. And right now, if you're the one who steps up and leads, and you're the one who be the one who goes through, I'm going to be the leader here. I'm going to go through the forest first with my machete, and I'm going to cut down the way, and people are going to start following you. They're going to start watching you. They're going to feed off of that energy that you're providing, that light that you give. And that goes for challengers, that goes for coaches on your team, that goes for people who aren't even part of your organization yet that are going to be. Be that leader and be that person that in times of struggle, in times of hard, isn't afraid to step up and just kind of be that light for others. So that was what was on my heart today, and that's what I wanted to share with you.
No, that was so good. I actually took a ton of notes, and it looks like I know Anita and I both typed in some questions because that challenge thing that you do in your challenge groups and in your team, I'm like, that's really, really cool. I'm always trying to find out new ways to get my girls engaged. And
yes,
kind of elaborating, let's see, Anita says, how does it work best to communicate with your clients and challenges? Like, do you post the assignment the day before, post on Sunday? And then I was curious, like, how you pair them up. Is it just like randomly? Or
great question. Okay, let me see if I can pull up a screen share of my challenge group right now. You can see what it looks like too. So a couple different ways that I've done it. I have done a month long where we put at the beginning of the month like a calendar that I'll make in Canva, and it'll have like check off boxes of what they have to do. So let me pull up some examples. And then this month, every week was the same. So I just posted what the week's assignment was in the cover photo. So check this out if it lets me share. All right, so here's a picture of our cover photo in the group. So Monday, write down everything you eat and drink with approximate portions, post a picture of this meal, log in the group, and tag your teammates. Tuesday, shake and share day. Post one superfood ingredient in Shakeology and its benefits so the group can learn about it. Tag your teammates. If you have Energize and Recover rather than Shako, post a picture of one or the other in the group and tag your teammates. Here's our water chug day. Oh yeah, so they had to do 12 water bottle challenge, or between the three of them, I think I did. Yeah, they had to do 12 water bottles between the three of them every Wednesday. Self-love days, Thursday. I love this one, has turned out to be really cool right now. Post one thing in the group that you love about yourself today and one thing you love or admire or want to shout out about your two other teammates. Friday, beat the weekend binge. Write down what you're going to eat and prep items if needed over the weekend so that you don't leave it to chance and get stuck in a pinch going through fast food or eating all the hot dogs, drinking all the beers, which doesn't really apply as much anymore without the bar. I was thinking of like baseball games and spring training. And then weekend, sometimes Saturday or Sunday, they just have to take a picture of their haul. And then if they food prepped any items. So that's like one example of things that we do. And I will post, let's see if I have a little calendar in here for them. Scrolling way back. So you can see.
Do you have like a daily post then? Or is it more just their check-ins and they are checking in based off of that little calendar?
Yeah, it's off of that calendar. So here's how I keep track of points too, is at the beginning of the month, they print out, do I have it on here? They print out the calendar and it'll say that they checked off their thing for the day. And at the end of the month, they have to screenshot this calendar that shows, here it is. All right, so I created this in Canva and it was just super down and dirty, easy. It just literally was the same thing written out every day or every week. And so they have a checkbox on that left-hand side where they can check off, boom, that they did the day's post, and they get a bonus point if either they hit their workout or they, what was the other one I did? Oh, if they write down everything they had for food that day and post it in the group, because we made it Nutrition Month. So this is kind of how at the end of the month, I'll say, hey, screenshot your calendar, screenshot your nutrition challenge sheets, and I will put you in the drawing for the giveaways. And here's how I did it. I based it off a point. So every check mark was a point. So all they have to do is calculate how many, or count out how many check marks they had. And that determines how many raffle tickets they get put into the drawing. with. So yeah, that was, and I don't really do a daily post. My daily post is just jumping in and sharing something that I did or a helpful motivational tip. Every Monday I'll go live in the group and share something, whether it's a cooking thing or something I did with William that was helpful for moms with kids, etc.
That's so fun. And how do you pair them up?
Oh yeah, good question. Okay, so I say at the beginning of the month, here's what the challenge is, here's how to earn the points. Let's see if it's in here. Who's in? And then, yeah, did I do it in this one? Not that one. I'll say who's in. They all comment if they're in, and I say tag the people you want to be teammates with. If you don't tag anybody, no problem. I'll pair you up with people that are similar to you. And so like a couple of these gals, like this gal, she was a new mom. And so I paired her up with two other new moms. And now they're like BFFs. So really fun, just fun ways to pair them up. And I'll pair them up in Google Sheets. So I created like a little Google sheet and put their names, and then I posted a picture of like, here are the teams. And I'll do this all week, like starting this week. I'll do it for April. I'll say, here's the teams that I have so far. Who else wants in? And it's amazing throughout the week who sees it and goes, okay, I want in, add me. Okay, add me to a team, I want in. So you can kind of be creating the teams as you go throughout the week prior to the month that you're about to start.
That's so fun. And then you have a gift card like this to get?
Yep. So I do a gift card drawing at the end. I usually do 25 or 30 bucks to somewhere, especially when it's teams. I keep it smaller because all the people on the team get the prize. If it's just like one person winning, then I'll go a little bit more. Yeah, really good question.
Do you guys have other questions for Whitney? I just really appreciated what you were sharing on the mindset. I know looking at, I'm not going to call them out specifically, but I know I have a couple girls on this call who've gotten some negative comments about MLMs and, just being predatory right now when they're not at all. And I think it's just, especially for newer coaches, just in their head. And you just express that so beautifully of the gift that we have and just approaching that. How are you doing your kind of invites and connections right now, like the next week or so?
Yeah. So what I did today was I went back to everybody who I scroll back in my inboxes. So Facebook and Instagram, and I went back to everybody I talked to. I think it did today. It was everybody I talked to this time last year. And I just re-engaged in either convos with them or shot them an invite. And then I also did everybody I talked to back in, I think I did December today. So I'm always one that scrolls back into my inbox because I realize like when you do that, you'll see how many convos that were just missed, or you were building the convo and then it didn't go anywhere. And so now it's a great time to invite. So I always recommend like go back a month, go back 2 months, go back 3 months. And there's this invite that I've been doing today that's been working really, really well. And I'll share it with you guys. All right. So I said, hey, Michaela, I wanted to shoot you a message and see how you're doing with all the craziness. Hope you're hanging in there. I know this is throwing a lot of us a curveball right now. Wanted to also let you know with all the closures of the gyms and studios, I'm hosting a fun virtual workout group for the rest of March and all through April. And you're more than welcome to jump in if you'd like. And this particular girl told me she likes to box. So I said, I remember you like boxing, and that's what we're going to be focusing on. So then I say, and I think this is where it helps, just a fun place for all of us ladies to sweat like crazy, get ripped, get some stress out with some good boxing punches, share positivity, work out together, and eat healthy together. Want me to send you the details for it to see if it might be something you'd enjoy for these next couple weeks. And that's been working really well today. I've sent out about 30 of those, and everybody's messaging back, which is usually pretty rare for an invite. And I think it's just because it's, one, they're home and they're looking at it and they don't have anything else to go do, so they don't forget to respond. But also it's just, hey, this is what I'm doing. I want to give you guys an opportunity to do something. Now that everything else is closed, I want to offer this. Do you want more info? So I would say come at it that route, as just here's what I'm providing for you. And if you are getting negative comments about the whole MLM thing, I don't know if you guys saw it, but Carl was on Fox News the other day. It was so cool about what a life-changing opportunity he gave to so many people by offering free workouts for anybody who wanted them. And they were just like raving. Fox was raving about what an amazing opportunity that was and how giving that was. And so I think that the minute you start hearing negativity about being part of an MLM, like just go back to who's our CEO, what are we founded on, and how freaking giving they are, and just stay rooted in that. And man, you could invite with all the confidence in the world.
Love that. Do you guys have any questions for Whitney at all? Don't be shy. We got a lot of new moms on this call.
Yay, we're all in this together.
You said, I'm just going to keep asking you questions if nobody else has. You said you do a lot of stuff in person. That is not a way that I have built my business at all. I mean, maybe I'm just an introvert, but like super curious what that looks like.
Okay, that's my other favorite team call topic. So, in-person building. I think I started this because I was like, I felt like I needed to have some sort of personal training background to be a great Beachbody coach, because I'd always been athletic my whole life. I'm like, if I'm going to coach people and have the coach title, I might as well go for the personal training. So I kind of did one and the same, right? And I thought, I want to be able to help people in person. So what did that look like? I started with, this was crazy. So I became a Beachbody coach in my first big challenge group. I was like, I want to do like corporate wellness. So I went into businesses, and two in particular here in our town was Honda and Toyota car dealerships. And I said, hey, I want to do like a employee wellness program, and we could get the employees healthy. We could set them up with like a workout program. I'll come in and lead a workout once a week. I can talk to them about their nutrition. We'll do like a fun lunch and learn. And they were like, yeah, that sounds great. Like, you guys, companies have money to put towards employee wellness programs. They are like given it by insurance companies. So they put it towards this. And so we did every week I would lead a workout at the gym. They could all come do the workout. I sat down with each of them at a time. We did meal logging. We went through what they ate that week. We got a lot of them wanted to get set because they wanted to win the challenge. We pinned them against each other, Honda versus Toyota. So when I was sitting down with them and talking, I was like, this could really help you. I think you could use a meal replacement. You guys, car dealers are the worst. Car salesmen are the worst, like nutrition eaters, I think, in the whole world. They are horrid. And so it was so bad. So it was so like, I got them on a lot of them on Shakeology. And then a lot of them wanted to start working out outside of the one workout they got with me for the week. So they started on Beachbody On Demand. So we did businesses pinned against each other. So I did a few different challenges with just different businesses and employee wellness programs. That was awesome. And I actually met some of my top coaches on the team who at the time worked in those businesses and loved it, and then started part-time coaching, and now they're full-time coaches. So super random, one of the ways in person. Another way in person that I started doing was on Saturdays, I would just do fit clubs over at the house. So the girls would come, any girls, I just posted on my social media, girls could come over to the house, would do a workout in the driveway. And then I'd always have like Shakeology blended up and ready to go for after the workout. And so we'd pour those, or I'd have Shako balls ready. And so they could try Shakeology, but I was never even pushing Shakeology. They were just like, oh, this is the stuff you post about all the time. This tastes really good. And then they drink it and they're like totally hooked. Also on that same note, I got together with a few other coaches, just ladies in the area, and we started doing once a month healthy eating nights. And so it was a chance for all of us ladies to get together at somebody's house who would host it, and all of us had to bring a healthy dish and share the recipe once we got there. Well, I always volunteered for dessert, and I would bring Shaco balls. So that was another opportunity to just start meeting people and talking to people. And then one of my favorites that brought on another one of my top coaches was fit. We did a faith, we still have it, Faith and Fitness Tribe. So it was through my local church, and I offered to lead free workouts and I do it once a week at the church, and anybody could come, men or women. Well, then I started bringing Shaco balls to that as well. And so they were working out with me for free. They wanted, once people start moving, they start asking you like, hey, how can I do this more often? What do you recommend? Boom, Beachbody on demand. And then you bring Shaco balls and they're like, how can I get a bag of this? Boom, Shakeology customer. So really just, I always was the person that wanted to, meet up with people in person. I know that's so weird in this day and age, but I love it. And then in my local, down the street, we have an elementary school. When Daily Sunshine came out and Double Time, we went to that school and we did a big assembly, another coach and I, we led the kids through a Double Time workout, and we did a fundraiser for the school. So we donated all of our commissions for all the challenge packs that they got, went back to the school. So that was just a fun way to get parents and kids moving and doing things together, and also raise money for the school. So, and Carl really like hooked it up with that. He sent us some Daily Sunshine samples to give out to all the kids. Like, he was awesome with it. So we're just like, it's so about like thinking outside the box and being super duper creative. And the other thing I do that to just build, eventually meet the people in person, is I go to my local groups on social media. So we have something in San Luis Obispo called Slow Moms. So just add myself to that group, add all the women as friends, start connecting with all the women on social media. And then boom, as soon as I post on my social media that I'm going to lead a free workout in the park, they can all come, we get to meet in person. So I think that that's how it organically kind of can start for anyone who wants to build that way, is just start adding them in on social media, or like if you're doing Instagram, go to your local coffee shop pages, go to your local gym pages and see who's tagging themselves there and go friend those people. And then when you post about a local workout that you want to host, they're all seeing it.
My big takeaway from that is Shaco balls are the keys to success. But seriously, that's such a smart idea, because I returned my first bag of Shakeology as a customer because I just shook it with water and I was like,
yep,
impressed. And I love that. Like, it really gets people just seeing all the options.
Yeah, we have a local health and fitness expo every year. So I put up a booth at that, and we always share the workouts in Shakeology. And one year we blended Shakeology for everyone. Didn't do nearly as well or nearly as the amount of sales as the year that we made Shaco balls in all the flavors. So I think people don't realize that they could make Shakeology into other things. They always think, oh, it's like a meal replacement shake. It's like Slim Fast. I'm like, no, it's not. It's this delicious cookie dough ball that you get to eat every day. And they're like, oh, can I get a bag of that? So, man, yeah, go another route with it. Like, think outside the box is so good.
Trish, did you have a question? I see you raised your hand.
I got a couple questions.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice, you guys. Or I'm trying not to lose my voice. For the Shaco balls, do you just use the recipe? What do you feel like worked the best as far as like flavor recipe goes that was a hit with people?
My favorite, pretty much with any flavor, yeah, I've tried all the flavors, with this recipe is it's a 1:1 to 1 to a half. 1 cup Shaco, 1 cup almond butter, 1 cup oats, half a cup honey. And I did that with every flavor, and it's all good. It was so good. And I did almond butter because I'm allergic to peanut butter, but I bet you peanut butter would be bomb too.
And just to clarify, that's 1 cup of Shakeology.
Yep, and
right,
that's
not 1 scoop.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
Not 1 scoop. I know it's basically three scoops is about 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I never even thought about that, because it's usually like 2 scoops anyway. Yeah. For the other recipes. Okay.
And for leading the workouts, did you get certified to do that? Did you have to like memorize that to go stand up in front of the elementary school kids and for the Honda dealerships?
You know, all I did was just through kind of, you could get a I had a group fitness certification just through ACE, and that was also who I got my personal training certification through. So I would do that just to protect yourself, but then also if you don't want to do one and you just want to like host like a faith and fitness tribe at the church or a local park workout, then maybe either, yeah, I would say throw up the workout on a projector screen rather than leading it yourself, just so liability purposes. But then also like at Super Saturdays where you have to sign that you won't sue anybody if you do get hurt, have that ready to go too.
Okay, this is a question I feel like gets a lot of mixed answers, but I'm curious, since you reach out to so many people on social media that you don't know, that are strangers through these groups, what do you feel like has been the most effective? Do you add them to your personal page, or do you have a fitness page for yourself that you add them to, or have you tried both? What do you think has been the best?
Oh, that's a great question. Okay, so I only have personal pages because I share and are you a pretty new coach, Trish, or pretty veteran?
I'm pretty new. I'm a little over half a year, I think.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's so good. Okay, so what I've learned is that nobody wants to see, at least in my experience, like a full fitness or workout page, or like they go to my page and they just see Beachbody stuff, right? They want to see my life. They want to see, like, people want to see what you're all about. So I was realizing I was sharing so much about my son and my husband and, you know, my previous career and my struggles with that and how I learned, you know, leaned into now this business and just so much personal stuff. I was like, I'm just going to share this on my personal page. So I've dumped all fitness pages, and I just let the whole thing be like this color wheel of one. And so within, if you go to my Instagram page, it's Fit by Wit, you'll see like within my last 9 posts, right? There's something of dogs, there's something of William, there's something of my husband, Paul, there's something of the team. So I always say, like, make your social media like this beautiful color wheel, and every wedge is a different wedge of what makes you uniquely you. And Beachbody's only one of those wedges. And in that wedge does not belong anything like your shaker cup or your bag of Shakeology or anything like that, right? It's all like, because you're not a walking advertisement of Beachbody. You are uniquely you. And they get you as a coach, which is the prize in all of this, right? They could go to Whole Foods and get an awesome superfood smoothie. They could go on YouTube and get an awesome workout. Neither of those things come with you. So I always say, let's brand you. And if you want to do that I would say you could do a personal or a business page. My success, I guess, in reaching out to people that don't know me yet, because I'm reaching out to so many that haven't met me. I ask to be their friend if it's Facebook, or I follow and then like 6 or 7 of their photos. I just blow up if it's IG, I blow up their feed. And then once they go check out my page, or they follow me back or accept my friend request, the message I send, so we're going to read it to you, is just super duper simple. And it's because they're all like local girls. Let's see if I have this. New friend request, Facebook. So I'll say like, hey, Sarah, dang girl, you look, oh, she thought I said, hey, Siri, go away. Dang, you look so familiar. I feel like we might have met before. Must have been something in slow, ? Anyway, thanks for the friend ad, girly. My name is Whitney. I'm a foodie fitness lover. Married, just had our first baby, fur mama of 2 rescue babies, and training for my next Ironman. And I love documenting the journey on here. Love getting to know other awesome women in the area. What about you? So I just kind of keep it, and that has gotten a ton of responses back because 1, they're local, but 2, yeah, I'm just saying like, hey, we must have met somewhere, because obviously usually when you're adding local people, it says you have 38 mutual friends. So chances are you probably did see them somewhere. And then just let them know a little bit about you. So I always send this welcome message to anyone who accepts my friend request or anyone who follows me on Instagram. That's been a good way to just kind of start the relationship, for them to not be like, okay, this person's going to sell me something, right? Not make it feel weird.
How long do you engage kind of in I know it depends so much on the person before you kind of lead into the invite process. Like, what does that look like for you?
Oh, good question. Yeah. So I'll do that welcome message. We'll talk for a few back and forths on that. And then usually that's my next month's person. So I'm about a month delay on invites of people that I friend. So so my invites tomorrow, what is this, March, I'll go back to my February welcome message people, see where I left it with them, and boom, hey girl, I remember, I never say hey girl, I always say hey their name, right? Hey Anita, I was remembering our awesome convo from last month when we were chatting about, you and your kids. I am hosting this super fun women's group, and you're welcome to work out with your kids. We're going to be punching and boxing our faces off. I would love for you to jump in. Do you want me to send you over the details? Like something where I reference our last convo that I talked to them about last month. So yeah, I'm about a month delay on all my people.
And then this is always the golden ticket question, but what does your recruiting process look like? Do you tend to recruit cold, like they're not in a challenge group? Like, do they tend to come from your groups? What does that look like for you? I mean, you're a premier team, so you're awesome.
That's always the golden question, right? And I think it's always changing for me. Late this year, what has worked, I had to quadruple / maybe like 10 times how much I was talking about coaching and the sisterhood. And that brought in, because you attract what is it, like you are what you attract. As a personal trainer, I was always talking about challenge groups and helping my clients. So that's all I was attracting was challengers. And some of my top coaches were challengers first, but I needed to switch the game. And at some point in your business, you do have to make a bit of a switch and go, okay, I also need to invite to this opportunity. And that was a huge shift that I made last year and this year was you think you talk about coaching a lot? 10x how much you talk about coaching, and tell them you're on this call right now. Take a little video of how you jumped on with your sisterhood and you get mentored once a week by a top leader in this organization. Talk about the best person who talks about coaching the very most, like to where you are like, holy crap, is Holly Hillier. And if you follow her just for ideas on how much you actually need to be talking about coaching, that is your perfect model of it.
Anita and I were literally just talking about this. I was like, she talks about getting moms to the top 1%, like almost like an absurd amount, but I'm like, it's her thing and it works because she rank advances more diamonds than any coach out there.
Yeah. And she talks about how freaking hard you're going to have to work. And that surprisingly attracts people. Like you just have to talk about it all the time, because here's the other thing. Not everybody sees all your stories. So they might watch you 2 or 3 times a week. And like you said, Abby, I mean, that is I get this amount of moms to the top 1%. Like that is just stuck in my head because that's all she talks about. And that's fine, but it also works. So I say like my recruiting process now is talk about coaching. I lead a webinar. I've switched to webinars. I've done everything from sneak peeks on Instagram to sneak peeks on Facebook to just a recorded call that I send to people to now a weekly webinar, which are so fun. And then every week I bring on a different coach or two, whether I always want to have a new coach on there and then maybe another experienced coach or halfway, between a new coach and me, to start giving their stories and their testimonials. I was always leading them by myself, and I felt like that just stuck a knife in myself because people were like, okay, I don't relate to you, so this isn't for me. But now they're hearing from a new coach and the success she's having. They're hearing from my stay-at-home mom friend who has 3 kids and is killing this business. And she got into it like wanting to lose 70 pounds. And then they're hearing from me who just wanted the business opportunity and was like the Holly Hillier of like, I make 6 figures, but I want something else where I can be home and make 6 figures, right? So all these different aspects. Now you have, and then whoever you recruit to talk on the call that week, you have them invite all of their people to that webinar. So now you have 3 girls inviting to that webinar. Now you pack that webinar. And now you have the recording that those other 2 coaches can use to send out to their market when their people go, well, what is coaching? Send me more info. Now those coaches feel super special because they actually have a webinar that they've been on that talks about coaching. So they have something to share, especially for a new coach to have something like that when they're too scared to lead any kind of sneak peeks. That's been instrumental in our business with new coaches bringing on people too.
Love that. Trish, do you have another question? I saw your hand. I love it. I've like never seen the hand.
Love it.
I hate to interrupt, especially when you're like on a roll and it's so good because we can go back and listen. But I actually wanted to clarify, I'm coming up on a year of being a coach, but this whole last year has been like twilight zone. So I can't even believe next month I'll be at a year, Abby. It's crazy. But I have 2 quick questions. I love that you said you targeted local gyms. What does that look like? Like, what kind of message would you send to someone that's already working out at a gym? I love that idea.
Yeah. So first I'll just friend them, right? I'll blow up their IG page. So I'll go to, ours is called Kennedy Club. So I'll type in Kennedy Club and I'll see who's tagged themselves there on Instagram. If you go to accounts and then tags, you can see who's tagged themselves. Boom. And then you have your whole news feed of people that tag themselves at the gym, which is awesome. So then I'll blow up their news feed until they follow me back. And from there, I'll send them the welcome message and same welcome message. Hey girl, you look so familiar. Maybe it was Kennedy. Maybe we met sometime in SLO. My thought with all of these women is that they're going to make amazing coaches. I don't so much need them to be awesome challengers, other than the fact that actually a lot of them go to the gym and they get bored with their routine. So I show when I go to the gym how I stream my workouts at the gym. So that's one thing you could share with them is just, hey, are you super bored with your workout routine? I've been taking these awesome workouts to the gym. I would love for you to test them out for me and see what you think. Something like that. By the way, like hammer chisel are the most epic workouts to take to the gym. So you could share that with them and have them test them for you. Do the 2-week free trial with those kind of girls. But these girls already love fitness and they're already posting sweaty selfies and mirror selfies of them flexing. So I'm going to build a relationship with them with the mindset of I'm going to invite them to a webinar to learn about coaching.
Nice. That's really awesome.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
And I also liked your idea about what you did with the once a month share the healthy recipes.
Yeah.
What did that look like? Would that be kind of a dinner and you'd bring cards with the recipe, or how would you share them with each other?
Exactly. Yep. We would bring, I don't even think we brought numerous cards to like pass out. I think we just brought it on a card, what the recipe was. And then we took pictures on our phone of each person. Like if you like the dish, take a picture, or the girl, the woman could send you the recipe via text or something. So yeah, those fun, like clean eating nights with the ladies were always really a big hit. It was just an excuse to get together with other awesome women. And it wasn't, I think we had maybe one other coach in there. It was all like non-Beachbody people too at the time. So yeah, building it and having to start with people who aren't even associated with Beachbody, and it makes it really, really fun.
So not to get into too crazy details, but like, would you start it at like 6 or 7 and then eat and hang out for a few hours and then kind of close it down, or just hang out however long?
Yeah, we would. I think we would usually meet around 6. People would kind of come in. There was anywhere from 8 to 10 ladies. So it was like a smaller than your average bunco group, right? And they would come and we would sip on a little bit of wine first, just mingle. All right, the dishes are already done, spread out. All right, go ahead, grab your plates, chit chat. And most of us were like out of there, like after 2 hours. You know, keep it quick. I've noticed like events that are especially like the sweaty Saturdays that I'd have over here. If I made an event and it was more than an hour and a half, people are like, oh, can't go, right? But if you kind of go, okay, it runs from 6 to 7:30, then people can mingle after 7:30, but it also gives them a reason to like, all right, I gotta go, bye. But it's enough. It's like short enough to where they still feel like they can show up. I think that hour and a half is like the perfect.
Hoping all the introverts out there, like.
You're like, oh, good, I can bail. I don't have to talk.
Going.
Bye.
Oh man, gosh, Whitney, I like have so many notes. I just like this was just what I think so many of us needed to hear. You just spoke so many great ideas, like thinking outside the box, and just even your invite. Like I just can't thank you enough. And also, can I give you like 2 claps for your freaking Ironman? Like I have friends who've done the Ironman, and that thing is no joke.
It is a monster.
Yeah, and 3-month-old. I mean, that's a lot. Like, and just a new mom and stuff. So I'm just so inspired by you and your team, and you know they're all gonna totally creep on your Instagram now. So,
That's awesome. Yeah. And
do you guys have any last questions for her at all, or Anita? Do you at all? No, you're good. Awesome.
No.
Can't
I
wait.
think, is my sound working? I don't know.
Okay,
Sorry, I was having issues with technology. So.
You're good.
But no, I'm good. Yeah, you got everything.
Thank you so much for taking time tonight. And yeah, I'm in Oregon, so we're in that whole shelter quarantine place thing too. Everyone.
oh, good luck, you guys. Stay safe.
I know it's all good, but thank you, and we will talk to you guys soon. Okay.
Bye.